and welcome to Ethical News, where we report on the news stories without sensationalism and with ethics in mind. I'm Katie Norbury, and today we'll be looking into the Lorna Jane receptionist scandal that happened just the other week. Many news outlets have been reporting on a receptionist job at Lorna Jane that required candidates to have a bust at size 87 to 90 centimeters, waist at 70 to 73 centimeters, hip measurements at the widest point at 97 to 100 centimeters, and their height to be 165 centimeters or taller. However, what the media have been failing to mention is the fact that the receptionist is also a fit model for the company. What the media have done here is apply egoism to their reporting. So here at Unbiased News, we've decided to report on the topic the way we believe the media should have from the very start, in the most ethical and unbiased way possible. In the fashion world, a fit model is somebody who tries on clothes for designers to ensure the sizing is correct across the board for all their garments to comfortably fit the person wearing them. So the measurements, as stated before, are most likely the average sizing of the average Australian size 8. So basically, Lorna Jane was simply attempting a utilitarianism approach by attempting to benefit the greatest number of people. By only employing one person rather than having two separate roles for the position, they were saving money for the company as well. Having a fit model in the head office ensures sizes are kept to a general standard across the board, and also has that job more than part-time because they're also a receptionist. We'll now pass over to our Lorna Jane representative, Annalise, who has been at the company for 5 years. She'll explain to us the Lorna Jane philosophy and how this scandal may affect the brand. Hi Annalise, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Now obviously Lorna Jane has been under fire in the media recently over the fit model and receptionist job advertisement. What are your thoughts on the media's representation of this advertisement?
Well, Katie, I found it quite disappointing, to be honest. Lorna Jane is a brand that aims to empower women across the world, and I believe they have changed the life of thousands of women. Breaking into the modelling world is difficult, and by introducing this role as a receptionist and fit model, we believe that we can give a successful candidate their dream job as a model and allow them to become a part of the Lorna Jane sisterhood.
Do you understand why people have gotten the wrong impression though, Annalise?
I think that if it weren't for the media sensationalising the job advertisement in the first place, people wouldn't have interpreted the advertisement so incorrectly. Lorna Jane has never attempted to disempower women in any way. We aim for women to be the best they can possibly be.
Do you have any regrets about the job advertisement?
The only regret I have is how the media represented us. We aren't the first or the last company to combine a fit model and a receptionist into one job position. It isn't feasible as a company to pay two people to do a job which can be done by one person. Maybe the advertisement could have been worded better so people didn't misinterpret our intentions, but we did receive hundreds of fantastic applications, so I don't think there is an ethical issue with the job itself.
Thank you very much for coming in and having a chat with us today, Annalise. We really appreciate your time. Now we'll be moving on to look at the other side of the argument from a media perspective. Journalists in the media should be applying virtue ethics when reporting their stories. Really, they should be following the morals of being honest, fair, independent, unbiased, objective, whilst being respectful to others. We now have Tony here from news.com.au to talk to us. Hi Tony, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Katie. I'm happy to be here.
So what has been your view on the Lorna Jane job advertisement for a receptionist and fit model?
Well, to be frank, Katie, I think it's quite disgusting. The whole concept of a company discriminating against so many women or men who could make an incredible employee, but weren't eligible because they didn't meet the Lorna Jane definition of fit. The company claims to empower women, but advertising like this is insulting to women who don't fit this criteria.
Are you concerned you may have tarnished the Lorna Jane brand?
I don't think we would have tarnished the brand's reputation. Lorna Jane is a strong brand, but I believe it is important to report when a brand does something wrong. Lorna Jane made a mistake, and it's important to the public, for the public to know when such a large company has done something wrong, so that other companies don't make the same mistake.
Thank you very much for your time, Tony. It is clear overall that Lorna Jane made an effort in their advertisement, but it does seem that the media were quite harsh in their reporting. It's important for both parties to apply ethical theories before making big decisions, particularly when making decisions on such a major publication. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that you can join us next week to discuss more news in the media.